McCabe was a 31-year-old state auditor living in Mounds View, Minnesota. He was a husband, a father, and a man trying to keep things together. September 6th, 2015, Labor Day weekend. That's when it all started. Although Henry wasn't invited, a mutual friend of his named Emmanuel D. was having a barbecue, and Henry found this out through his friend Jonathan. Henry and Jonathan ended up on the phone with each other while John was at this barbecue. While Emmanuel didn't initially invite him, he stated he was welcome to come. So Henry went. After the barbecue died down, a bunch of people at the barbecue decided they wanted to do more, so they opted to go to the bar. William offered to follow Henry home so he could drop off his car, so they could drive to the bar in William's car. They left the barbecue at about 10 and arrived at Henry's about 10:30, where he waited for Henry to get ready and headed to an ATM, which they arrived to at 11:24 p.m. Then proceeded to the club. The club was named Pavlitsky's. Henry would go out and run into a friend named Jonathan, who stated Henry gave him his wallet as a means of paying him back for missing his birthday, which is weird, but yay. Before John could return the wallet, he realized Henry had left, and then realized he had a missed call at 1:50 a.m. from Henry. 19 minutes later, Jonathan got a call from his wife, Karen, saying Henry was acting crazy. So Jonathan calls Henry, and that's when the call about him almost being home takes place. Upon leaving the club, Henry got in William's passenger seat on the phone, with whom appears to be his wife, in some type of verbal altercation, where he appears to hang up on him. William also stated he wasn't aware that he was dropping Henry off after, and as he got in the car on the phone, William didn't know which way to go, so he heads down Highway 65, despite just following Henry home to drop his car off just hours earlier. William informed Henry he would take him home, but Henry insisted on being dropped off at the gas station named Super America, 2.5 miles away from his own home. A gas station that's been called into question because upon further review, he wasn't spotted being dropped off here. He also at this time still doesn't have his wallet or keys. Henry's wife would call his phone at 2:23 a.m., where she stated he sounded delirious, which prompted her to call his brother Timothy on a three-way call where he wouldn't answer. During that 2:23 a.m. call, his wife was so concerned with the way Henry sounded, she attempted a three-way call with Timothy where he would not answer, and this is how the voicemail was recorded on his brother's voicemail. The sounds were disturbing, animalistic, inhumane, and impossible to explain. Karen would discover Henry's Google timeline where it retraced his steps. and showed he was actually dropped at gas station named Holiday on Highway 65, an old Central Ave further away from his home. And the Super America gas station investigators were led to believe he was dropped off at. Let's keep in mind that William and Henry are not friends and only meet one time before this night. Crazy, right? 2 months later, a kayaker discovered Henry's body in Rush Lake, 6 miles from where he was last seen. The autopsy ruled it a drowning. No signs of trauma, no foul play. But the voicemail, it didn't fit. The sounds, the fear, the final words. Suwu, what happened in those last moments?
His loved ones continue looking for the Department of Revenue auditor.
Yeah, and they are keeping hopeful about his safe return. It is troubling for them, though. Fox 9's Iris Perez continues to follow this story closely. And Iris, this is a mysterious one and a difficult one.
Oh, Kelsey, it is. Just yesterday, an Anoka County Sheriff's dive team searched a couple of bodies of water around Henry McCabe's last known tracks. McCabe's wife, meantime, says the lack of any real, concrete answers is frustrating.
From day to day, it's sort of like a roller coaster.
Henry McCabe's wife of 11 years has searched high and low over the past 5 weeks for her missing husband.
We haven't been able to find anything so far, and that it makes it hard.
After police were initially informed the essay on Highway 65 and 73rd Avenue in Fridley is where Henry was last seen, just a few days ago, Chief Thomas Kinney learned it was actually here at the Holiday on Central and 65th where the Department of Revenue auditor and father of 2 girls was dropped off.
Do you think he's dead?
I really can't say.
There's just no possibility that he left the country. He didn't have a passport.
The latest clue McCabe left behind is a troubling, hard to decipher message.
I'd wondered if something had been put in his drink.
A message left on his brother's voicemail. The call made after he left this nightclub in Spring Lake Park, although Corrine says she can make out some of what her husband says.
One word he said was police. Another word that he said at the beginning, the very beginning of the audio, was papoose.
William Papoose Kennedy is the man police say dropped Henry off.
I don't understand why he would have dropped someone off at a gas station at 2 in the morning.
His last phone pings have also led police to the Holiday and Creekview Park, a 44-minute walk from the gas station near a number of wooded areas.
When I'm out there searching, I wonder if he could be there.
And bodies of water, where Corrine reflects on her husband and moves on faith.
Because my fear is that something happened to him, I try not to think too hard.
One of Henry's favorite things to do was listen to Intelligence Squared debates, and according to his wife, he never experimented with any drugs. Meanwhile, police encourage anyone who knows where Henry might be to give them a call or send in an anonymous tip. The next search for Henry takes place Saturday morning along Rice Creek Road.